Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a writer, a creator, or a storyteller of any kind, I want you to do something for me. Just for a moment, think about the world of your story. Because today, we're going to dive into a philosophy that might just change how you build it from the ground up.
Okay, so this image from our source material, it really gets to the heart of the whole thing. It says a single scenario is a world in itself. But what does that actually mean? Well, it means your story isn't just a bunch of events you string together or a collection of cool scenes. It's a living, breathing place with its own internal logic.
That sounds awesome in theory, right? But what does it actually mean when you're the one staring at that blank page? How do you really treat your story like a world? Let's unpack that. Okay, so this is a trap that I think pretty much every writer falls into, right? You get so laser focused on the words, the dialogue, the next big plot twist, that you can sometimes forget the most basic thing of all. You're not just writing sentences, you are building an entire independent world. And hey, this world that you're creating, it's not just some abstract idea floating out in space. It's meant to be a reflection of our own reality in all its complexity. I mean, think about it for a second. It's got to be filled with people. And these people have their own unique personalities, right? They've got these tangled up relationships and the kind of conflicts that feel completely and totally inescapable. All right, so if every story really is a world, what's the glue that holds it all together? What stops it all from just falling into total chaos? Well, the answer is this core concept that this whole philosophy is built on. Every single world is governed by its own set of unseen rules. And that set of rules, it has a name. It's called the unique order, or in the original Korean, goyuhan jilso. Now, this is super important. This isn't a plot that you just force onto your characters. It's more like the world's natural laws, its physics, its social DNA. And here's the kicker. Your first job as the writer isn't to invent this order, it's to discover it. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Because, this whole idea of discovering the rules, it leads to this central paradox for the writer. It's this dual role that you have to be constantly juggling. I mean, it's a totally logical question, isn't it? You're probably thinking, wait a minute, I'm the one who created this whole thing from scratch. I'm the god of this universe. Shouldn't I know everything about it automatically? But the answer, and this is going to sound a little weird, is absolutely not. The whole idea here is that it's actually impossible for a writer to know every single little corner of their own creation, because at a certain point, the world you've built, it just gets bigger than you are. And this right here, this breaks down those two jobs you have to juggle perfectly. So, role number one, you are the creator. You build the basic framework, you put the pieces on the board, you set things in motion. But then, and this is crucial, you have to immediately shift gears and become the observer. Your new job is to step back, to watch what happens, and to figure out the unique order that has started to emerge, all on its own.
So, what does it even mean to be a good observer of your own world? It's not about just sitting back and watching. The source material calls it a sincere duty, which is pretty intense. It's like an active mission you have to take on.
And yeah, this duty, it is not easy. It takes, and this is a direct quote from the source, continuous and analytical effort. We're talking about deep, focused dedication here. You have to be a detective, you have to be an anthropologist, a scientist, all rolled into one, studying the very world you just brought to life. Okay, so how do you actually do this? How does this break down into a real process? Well, it really comes down to 4 key steps. First, you've got to discover your world's unique order. Second, you have to truly understand the people who are living inside it. Third, you analyze the conflicts that are just bound to happen because of that order. And finally, step 4, you have to grasp how those conflicts actually function and get resolved within that system you've uncovered. So, you might be wondering, why go through all this trouble? What's the point? What's the big reward for being this super diligent creator/observer? Well, let me tell you, the payoff is everything. And here it is. This whole process, it's the secret sauce for authenticity. When you really commit to this duty, your story just works. It feels sound. What that means is you're respecting the world's own internal logic, and that makes the whole narrative feel earned, believable, and just deeply real to your audience. It all circles right back to this powerful line from the very beginning. See, your job isn't just to invent stuff, it's to maintain it. You're like the steward of this unique, burgeoning order. You have to take care of the world you've made and let it grow the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you sit down to write, just for a minute, forget about the plot, forget about what happens next, and just ask yourself, what are the unspoken rules here? What's the invisible logic holding this all together? What is the unique order that governs your world?